We weren't in the Moonlite, and there was no Madnez. But Moonlight Madnez is world champion in junior trail at the 2019 Lucas Oil AQHA World Championship Show. I'm Larry Jo Starkey with the American Quarter Horse Journal, your first stop for AQHA industry news, and I'm here today with Kelly McDowall, who rode the horse, and with Natalia Devencenty, who owns the horse, and we're here to find out more about this new world champion. Kelly, could you tell me about this horse? I hear there's a story.
There is a story. Natalia and I decided we were going to find a young horse for her to start showing and replace her good old horse checks. And we looked for about 2 years and rode horse after horse, and one of us didn't like one or the other one didn't like one, and we tried Mooney out at the NSBA World Show, and I rode him about 5 minutes and she rode him about 5 minutes. And I told her, don't get off of him because somebody else is going to come in here and buy him. And we just, in that few minutes, we knew that was the one.
Well, how did he work for you today? How was the trail pattern?
The trail pattern was very hard. Kudos to Tim for testing us, although we were angry with him most of the night. It was an excellent test for the horse. And, Mooney didn't. He felt a little spooky at the beginning, but he really just kept going and picked his feet up really good. And by the end of it, where you sort of feel like your horse kind of runs out of gas halfway through, he still had plenty of gas, and then he really started to pay attention well. So I was super happy with him.
And could you kind of walk us through that pattern?
I can try.
It was a lot of pattern.
Yeah, so, at the very beginning, I had to stand there. So I can't remember who was in front of me, but they had readjusted the back through quite a bit. And so, he stood there for what seemed like about 15 minutes. And then you go right into a real quick lope over. And so he took right off and got that really good. And I could just feel him kind of not really paying attention to what he was doing, but kind of eyeballing the other end of the arena, and I couldn't really figure out what it was he was looking at. But I made the corner and went on the right lead down to where the dreaded donut was at, and when I stopped, he was like looking side-eye out at the stuff over by the side pass. So he got around the donut really good and did the trots and kind of hopped one of the serpentine poles a little funky. But then after he got in the side pass and saw what was over there, then he settled right in and was great. And the end of the pattern, the right lead wheel and the trot overs and the spins in the box, there was a spin each way in the box. He was fantastic at that in the back through. And he's always very trustworthy on the back throughs and very smart horse and really pays attention. And we seem to communicate very well most of the time.
Natalia, what does this win mean to you? You've won on your old horse, but trying to get used to this new one.
Yeah, it's obviously a lot different being on the other side. I don't like it near as much. It's much more nerve-wracking, but I mean, I've been completely nervous all day long and just wanted them to do so good, so bad, and they did, and it was amazing and everything. And yeah, I mean, Mooney's pretty special. He's beautiful. I love just watching him. Like, he's just beautiful going through the maneuvers and stuff. And he had a lot of big shoes to fill coming into our program. And so far, he's doing a pretty good job.
He might be a keeper.
Definitely a keeper, yes.
Okay. Kelly, is there anyone you'd like to thank today?
Yes, for sure. My wife, Marnie, for sure, for holding down the fort. She is not able to be here. She's home taking care of the kids and doing her job. She's a physical therapist, so she doesn't get to come as often as she would like to, but really miss her when she's not here and wish she could come, but want to thank her for sure for holding down the fort. And my kids, Clay and Claire, thanks for being there. They didn't really do anything, but I love them and I miss them, and thanks for that.
Thanks for existing.
Yeah, and of course, Natalia and her mom and dad, they've been fantastic. They are like family to my family and myself, and so couldn't happen to a nicer family. Proud to do it.
Congratulations, world champions.